And quickly they went into a cold open recap of Bad Blood, ending up with the Hell in a Cell classic that we have referred to already on the previous program. And then, I like a Mussolini.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you never sounded worse. You never sounded worse than you just did.
I was really on the note there. On the note
what
there.
Note? What note?
That note of like a Mussolini.
Oh, Jesus.
Eating an Emo's. I got to talk about Emo's Pizza. They were in St. Louis. Ugh. No, and here came Punk. And he limped out to the entranceway. His arm was bandaged up, and his hand was bandaged up, and his head had a bandage on it, and there was a cut on his cheek with the butterfly gimmick. And if I would have blacked his eye if I'd have been back there. I'm not talking
with
about
makeup
punching
or your fist.
No, don't say makeup. That's like so demeaning.
Well, the Steiners would punch each other in the eye.
Well, no, I would have special affected his eye, and you wouldn't have been able to tell. But anyway, he got a big CM Punk chant, and he's standing there, and he ain't going to the ring, and he's got the game face on, and his opening line is it good to be not dead in St. Louis on a Monday night or what? But he's not happy. He's not over the top. He's selling this shit. And did you see the random pyro fucking deal go off, or some spot light burned out or something? Did you see that he referred to it?
Yeah.
Well, right off, they had a close-up, probably handheld camera shot of him as he's doing the interview, but right to the right of the screen, you see a flash, and I think either some misdirected pyro went off, or maybe one of those can spotlights they got, whatever, flamed out. And it went off, and he joked. He said, yeah, after what I've been through, if you were going to set me on fire, now's the time. But anyway, he did the fucking promo that he should have done after a match like that to sell it. And that's what was so refreshing, because for a lot of these nitwits, you know, they get run over by a steamroller or crashed into by a fucking city bus, and the next week they're on TV doing have a Coronas off the top rope. And so he looked like he had the shit beat out of him. And he was talking seriously, and the whole tone of the promo was, I don't know what the future holds. It hurts to smile, but I had to come here and see you guys. I'm alive, but I don't feel like it. And, you know, he'd bring up again how banged up he was. I don't know. He's teasing the end, right? But he thanked three groups of people. He thanked his fans, the people that love him. He thanked his peers, most of them. And he thanked the people who hate him for whatever reason, jealousy or resentment, because he turned their hate into cash. And now he's heading home, and he doesn't know when he's going to be back. And that was a very straightforward babyface thing. Again, we know John Wayne is a fucking actor. He didn't really shoot all them Indians. But he didn't get up and pat him on the back and dust him off on screen, right? For the television product and for what they promised and what they performed and what they were selling and the whole 9 yards, this is the kind of shit you ought to fucking do. Am I wrong?
They never do this. You've said that a lot, or we've all said that a lot during this Punk run. Here's something they never do that they should, and he did it, and it made sense. This was great. We didn't even see Drew, here.
Well, yeah, because he's the heel. See, if he's out of sight for a little while, licking his wounds, and because he lost, but he comes back and does something, remember, off in another direction.
But one of the great things about the way things are right now under Triple H, and the way things have been and the way things seem to be going, someone like Punk, who's a major star, and someone who moves merch and causes people to be interested in everything he's doing, you can kind of give him time off.
Yeah.
You're not going to be hurt as a company right now if CM Punk took a couple of months until the Royal Rumble or something and then came back fresh again. If he left before he was stale. I'm not saying this is what they're going to do, but it's one of the benefits of WWE right now. There's really no one who can't be slotted out to have time to refresh their blood and then brought back in. And it makes sense for wrestling to have that. It's an unofficial off season. It's an off season because it makes sense.
But it can rotate,
Yeah.
so everybody's not off at the same time. And
Rollins was just off for what, 3 months, 2 months?
Yeah.
Probably not even that long. Yeah.
But that's the thing is some of the top guys are not as young as they used to be. That's why they've had time to become top guys. So, and also you don't want, if your main event fucking guy, if the top guy in a company was 25 years old, still you don't want him wrestling on TV every week. And you don't want him talking on TV every week, because then they become more one of the boys, or you're just putting them out there because you have to. It's the opposite of with Tony Khan, where people are there intermittently here and gone before they get over, or they're pushed down your throat and then you don't see them for 6 months or whatever. They're weaving these people like an Eddie Graham type of situation, and Dusty used to do in the Carolinas, where there are multiple opponents that a lot of these top guys could have. When the Midnight Express were World Tag Team Champions, you could advertise us against the Road Warriors, us against the Rock and Roll Express, us against Dusty and Magnum, and us against Ronnie Garvin and Wahoo McDaniel in 1986, and there was all television to back it up. And so, and what they did with this interview is, as soon as Punk said that, I'm going home, buy flowers for my wife, don't know when I'll be back. Boom! Seth Franklin Rollins' music hits, and out he comes, and they come face to face because they're both baby faces, but they still have an issue. And so now, but now Seth has been gone, but now Punk is gone. So there's another match they can come back to in 6 fucking months if they wanted to.
That could be WrestleMania, those two.
You know, but that's what I'm saying, is that everybody that is established, it doesn't have to be on TV every week because there's so many of them. Whether it's Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and CM Punk and Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins and Gunther and Orton and Jey Uso and Yeet. And I mean, it's on. And Logan Paul, wherever the fuck he may be. I mean, and more. And here comes Cena. So, yeah, they're in a wonderful place where they can just cycle these guys in and out because they don't even need all these stars on the same show, or on for a pay-per-view, or on the, you know, the 2 shows where they have split rosters, but people are back and forth anyway. And Owens, I forgot about. And Jimmy Uso's back. Anyway. And Seth was more serious here, too. When he came to the ring, he was wearing pleather pants and a bulletproof vest, but he was all in black. And he, you know, the snide remark to Punk, get well soon so I can end your career once and for all. And then the gist of his promo was that he's back to destroy Bronson Reed, who there's another guy that they've gotten over tremendously. But Bronson Reed wasn't here tonight. Wasn't there. He said Bronson Reed is not here tonight. I dangled my participle. But he did a serious promo on Reed, and it was good because he was still doing his, whatever it is he does, the revolutionary, reactionary, imaginary, I don't know what the fuck, but it was more serious. He looked in the camera, and he's good when he does that. And then he challenged Reed one-on-one, anytime, any place, anywhere, baby. And then that was his little skit before we move on. What did you think of our friend Seth Franklin this week?
I thought it was good when he was serious. Like you said, it stood out when he stared into the camera because that's the way he should be treating the Bronson Reed situation, not coming out there and telling jokes. Ah! No, that has to go, especially in this kind of situation. And there you have something for Survivor Series, I guess. Him and Bronson Reed. I'm interested in that now. They've got me interested in Bronson Reed.
Well, see, that's the thing now. That's what I want to see is Bronson Reed, the human bowling ball, against the fucking athletic guy that he can also fling far in the air. Instead of the fucking Volkswagen against the goddamn bus or whatever.